scores and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
It is a final from American Family Field, and the results are not good. Welcome in, everybody. The Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here for the time being on 1250 AM, 105.7 FM, The Fan, and free on that Odyssey app. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz will welcome in our network stations at the bottom of the hour. A 1-zip loss to the San Francisco Giants at American Family Field, where you can't get a ball in play somewhere.
Oh, my God. Painful.
This is painful. This offense can be painful at times.
Oh, so painful.
It can be quite exciting, though, at other times.
Yeah. Well,
but,
hey, Tim, they're averaging 8 runs a game over the 3 games.
Averaging a snowman per game.
Still averaging a snowman.
Per game.
Oh,
yes,
my
in the
gosh.
3 games, 24 runs. But, yeah, this is a tough one. I don't even know how to feel on this one. You give credit to Logan Webb for sure. And I don't know what elixir he's having in Milwaukee or against the Brewers, but he's been outstanding his last 3 times out against the Brewers. It's tough to, it's tough to say that, he's had really good luck against the Brewers when personnel is different, the situations are different, but all told, he has been dynamite the last couple of seasons. What do you have, 2 against them last year and then 1 this year?
Logan Webb?
Yeah,
he was 2-0 last year. They're now 7-1 in his 8 career starts
and
against the Brewers.
I think he's just given up like a run or 2.
Yeah, he's pretty locked in against the Brewers.
Tough night at American Family Field, and here you go where it's not for lack of trying from Pat Murphy. You have 3 pinch hitters in that 8th inning. Now, the problem is, herein lies the problem. The middle pinch hitter in there.
Dude.
Is there ever, we talked about this last time, the same situation come up, or a similar situation happened. And that was Sal Frelick pulled back for Blake Perkins for the 2nd time this year. And I know a lot of people have been getting into it with Sal Frelick's numbers, and as of late, he's been coming on. But, my goodness, again, I would take Sal Frelick against any pitcher if it's Blake Perkins against the best case scenario.
Yeah, there's no scenario in which I'm taking Blake Perkins over anyone on this team. I don't care what the matchup, what the split is. There's no reason. And the text line flooded with it here as well. Muzzy, I know this will be the hot topic today, but my goodness, what a dumb decision to use Perk to pinch hit. Then he pops the bunt. Bye-bye. 763 says, Murphy majorly screwed up that 8th inning. Basic management 101, and he messed it up for that.
Yeah, and if you were to pull Sanchez back after the pitching change, there wasn't anyone left. It was Joey Ortiz.
Oh, here, that's the top. 414-677-1250.
Should Joey O have batted in this game?
Instead of Blake Perkins, I think most people would say yeah.
Probably yes.
Probably yes.
Yeah, and he's a decent punter.
Painful, but probably yes.
The love affair and affinity for Blake Perkins has run out.
Absolutely, it has.
And not that I don't like him as a person. We're not talking about that. We're talking about him as a baseball player. And anyone in that minor league system, or let's just say at AAA, anyone down there, I'm pretty safe to say is going to hit better than 90. Just my guess.
You think?
I'm just guessing here. And I know that Murph is going to back it up by saying, hey, he's had a lot of success right-handed. That was his comment the other night. A lot of quality at-bats from the right side. Okay, well, it's not working. Now, that's not why they lost. But in a game like this where we're splitting hairs here a little bit, maybe it is.
I mean, yeah, you're right. It's not why they lost, but it was not a positive. Didn't help them improve their chances to win either during that moment.
No, and the other thing is, we'll just throw these all out there. The other thing would be listening to Pat Murphy on the Flags pregame coaches show, manager show. He did say the trick against Webb is to swing early, is to get him early. What are you doing taking all these pitches against him early in the counts? You're met unless he's playing gamesmanship on a pregame show, which I don't think so.
But also, I think that this was only his second start since returning from the IL. Working pitch count against Logan Webb today would have also proven to be successful if you got him out a little bit earlier. And you would think, hey, maybe they let him go 95 because of how good he looked, right? They didn't have a base runner until the 6th inning of this game, and they didn't have a hit until the 7th inning. But the idea of working a pitch count on a guy just coming off an injury made sense in my head too, though.
But that's not what Murphy said. What Murphy said is the trick is to swing early in the counts. Go get him. You go get him. And it was way too many 0-1, 0-2, 1-2 counts early in the game. Again, during the game, I was just head shaking, saying, well, something's wrong here. Your manager just gave the philosophy to go get him, and now it's 0-2 again. It's 0-1 again. It's 1-2 again. And then you put him in the catbird seat, and we see what happens. All right, so that's another reason. But now on the positive note, Robert Gas pitched pretty good tonight.
Yeah, that
5 innings, a 1-run ball.
It sure felt like they wasted the Gasser start.
Yeah, all of these games are important. When you get to a point where you have in succession Gasser, Crow, Sproat, okay, and now is the time to do that because you're playing the Giants, Rockies, and A's. But think about that, guys. Anytime you can win a game right now, it is humongous because we'll get to some injury news here in just a second. Pretty decent news on a couple of Brewer pitchers. But you had a chance here. You're right. You wasted a Gasser opportunity here. 5 innings, a 1-run ball, and then Chad Patrick out of the bullpen. Amazing.
Bulldog.
Wow. I mean, you have to give the organization credit for detecting that. So you've got an Aaron Ashby that can go multiples. You've got a DL Hall that can go multiples. You have a Chad Patrick that can go multiples. Grant Anderson can give you 2 if needed. You are in a decent situation in that pen middle to late relief. You're in decent shape late relief, leverage relief. Except for one extra guy, that Serpa kind of replacement, which hopefully is Koenig. And from what I understand, he was going to pitch again tonight. Probably won't be long until he comes back. But again, you had great pitching tonight. And sometimes is this one you just tip your cap to those guys? I hate doing it.
Not when you only give up one. Not when you only give up one. If you get pounded on the other side and your offense doesn't show up, that's a tip your cap, right? They had a leadoff double in the 9th inning, Tim.
Yeah, wow.
I mean, they had every opportunity to tie that game. In the 8th inning, they squandered opportunity again, too. No, I don't think this is a tip your cap. Tim, we just had this whole conversation when it was Abner Uribe giving up a 3-run homer against the San Diego Padres after it was a 1-0 game. And it was, how many games are you going to win? 1-0, right? We just did that on the other side of this. So we need to be critical of this offense today when you only have 3 hits. One of them coming off a pinch hitter in this game, wasn't even in the lineup, Jackson Chourio, which you brought up that point of weird. He hasn't been in a couple of games lately. So no, I don't think this is a tip your cap game. I think this is you are expected. You cannot win or give yourself a chance to win if you do not score.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Let's get to the Nicolay Law talking text line 414-677-1250. Kick things off with the judge, Mr. JMO.
Okay.
How you doing today, boss?
That was tough. Tough as tougher than a $2 steak, but sometimes you're just going to run up against a gunslinger, right? These things happen.
And the opponents have run up to a bunch of our gunslingers too. All right, so the court case would be Perkins to pinch hit for Frelick. Not tonight, in any situation.
So for me, I want a comma after his name that says defensive replacement, and that's it.
Pinch. Now he pinch ran down in Houston. Didn't he get picked off in Houston?
He did get picked off in Houston.
So yeah, he's strictly a defensive replacement. I don't see what else he can do.
He should not have a bat in his hand. I'm not. I love anybody in a Brewers uniform. I do. Anybody who's worn the Brewers colors, I'm into, and I love it, and I always have. And I will never, I will never call anybody, names on the air. I've done shows with other people, not Sparky, by the way, because I know that's the first thing you're going to think of.
Oh, I did.
But I've done shows with other people that have said he's an idiot. No, they're not idiots, guys. They're not idiots. But it's very, very rare that I say he not only shouldn't have been with a bat in his hand in a 1-run game in the 8th inning with the game on the line, he shouldn't be on this team right now.
He's batting lower than Greg Jones.
I didn't say he shouldn't be in the organization, because he should be. He should be. He's got an option. He's got options where you can just send him down. You don't have to DFA him. You don't have to cut him. None of that stuff. You just send him down. And it's extremely rare that I would say that. But in this case, I don't we have to?
Yeah, no. You're right, Timmy. No, I side in your favor all the way there. Your argument's way too convincing for me to feel otherwise.
I mean, J-Mo, I need to know on a serious note here. Does this Brewers team, if we're talking trade rumors, need to talk about offense or pitching?
Let's not start with rumors. I mean, we got a ways to go till what is the deadline? It's been moved back to August, ain't it?
August 3rd.
Yeah, that's a long ways away. We ain't even out of. We're in early June. You know what? The one thing that took away from this game, what's up with Jake Bauers channeling his inner Chucky Carr?
Hey, he was just making it interesting. All right. Wow. It looked a lot cooler with him jumping for a ball in left field that he didn't need to.
Yep.
Chucky's hacking on 3-0. Okay.
Yeah.
So is Jake.
He did. That was, he was feeling himself. He's on a heater right now. In his mind, he's on a heater. So
I could
in
see
hindsight, not great either. Yes.
If there were a runner aboard, I would have greenlit him 3-0, but not with nobody on. Nobody was on in that spot.
You can't fault the pitching tonight at all. You just can't.
No.
There's your positivitude. Another fantastic pitching performance. Another suffocating pitching performance, really. He scattered 8 hits. He gave him 1. 9 out of 10 times you're going to tire a win, ain't you?
Gary Sanchez, that double play in the 8th, that was huge because it prevented Yelich from coming up in that bottom of the 8th inning. And look what he did in the 9th inning, a leadoff double. Yelich just had a monster series, guys, thus far. He's been dynamite in this series, but this is what I've been talking about with the inconsistent offense. Yeah, living high, scoring 16, putting up a snowman yesterday, and then bam, it's 0. 0, nothing. To Tommy's point, does this change your mind at all? If the Brewers do still scuffle with starting pitching injuries, Henderson got an injection. And he's still they're saying late June, early July now for Logan Henderson. We're going to find out what he pitched today, 3 ups. So we're going to find out. Best case scenario, I would think, is 10 days. I think that's best. Tommy, would you agree? 10 days out for Woody?
I don't know. I'm done speculating with Woody. I don't know. His timeline always changes.
It does.
And it's, it's sim game here. They're not going to waste bullets in the minor leagues. Like he could be pitching tomorrow for all I know, Brandon Woodruff.
Okay. So that being said, Quinn Priester's a mile out.
Yeah, Woodruff will be back before Quinn Priester. Yes.
Okay, fair enough. So to that point, do they need a starter looking ahead a couple of months? If this continues, you're going to roll with Gasser, Coleman Crow, Brandon Sprout, Shane Drowan gets a spot start here and there, and then, of course, Miz and Harrison.
Maybe Patrick goes back to being a starter.
He's pitching so well. I don't know if you even want to change him now.
Dude, I love I love when Tim just changes his mind.
What are you gonna do? They're proving us wrong. Yeah, those of us that wanted him to start, his performance is proving us wrong.
He's so valuable in the bullpen. He really is. He's right-handed Aaron Ashby.
He's a great problem to have.
Yeah.
He is.
Good point. Good point.
All right, Judge Jamo. Thank you.
With that, as always, to you gentlemen, peace, love, soul brothers. We'll take that series tomorrow, 3 out of 4 from these bombs.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. Coleman Crow on the hill tomorrow, by the way.
And we're going to be at Explorium Distilled in the Deer District. I'll be there from noon to 1, leadoff show, 1 to 2, Mason Crosby show. Me and Mitch Nellis will be down there. And then you show up, the main event, the franchise, 4 o'clock.
I'm going to bring some new post-game show Tim and Tommy T-shirts.
Nice.
I just like saying that.
Tim and Tommy T-shirts?
Yeah, little Timmy and Tommy T-shirts. So we'll have some of those for you. Take your shot at those. And, outdoor season is supposed to be pretty warm tomorrow, and I thought that I saw the forecast that they were moving some of the projected rain out of the forecast a little bit.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's good.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. Well, let's see if we can get some people down there. Get some people outside having a good time then.
Explorium Distilled. It's on Juneau across from the Pfizer Forum in the Deer District. We'll be there tomorrow starting at noon. Full service menu. Pop in for lunch or a bite to eat after work. And we'd love to meet you.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah.
So we love to. Tim will sign babies if you bring babies too. Yeah, awesome. Let's keep going down the line here. Mike is in St. Francis. What's up, Mike?
Hello, gentlemen. Thank you for taking my call once again. Cashed in my fan appreciation voucher tonight, and I went to the game for free. I had to pay for parking.
Nice.
But, this is like Pablo Sanchez, cartoon character dude. I have no idea who that is, but
look at that. Ring the bell.
Dude, Mike, you did this on purpose, Mike. Yes. You said that on purpose.
I'm an old guy. I'm over 50, so maybe it's like between 18 and 49. The demographic is like I'm done with like walking to my seats in the food court at a mall, like just looking at all the
you made a mall reference. Yeah, you were too old for Pablo Sanchez. Now it's
it's official.
But hey, I was expecting Coleman Cole, or whatever the dude's name is tomorrow. I was expecting like a 10-0 after the first or second inning tonight. So I was well pleased with Logan Webb up against Gasser. Gasser was great before he got hurt. I hope he returns, and he is. He's doing well. I just hope he gets more spots and more opportunities to start. Chad Patrick, I think, is like the Dave Bush of yesteryear, the long reliever, kind of like if you need a start, or if your starter is like pooping the bed, you know.
Is my misremembering? Is that kind of disrespectful to Chad Patrick to call him Dave Bush?
No, Bushy was great.
He's a rubber man. Bushy is the rubber man. He was a stretch guy. We need him for 3 innings. We need him.
Matt Stairs knocked him knocked away a no-hit attempt by Dave Bush.
Okay, all right.
Austin from Virginia would love the Matt Stairs reference. So I appreciate you guys. And hey, it's free baseball. So, and there was only like 28 to 31,000 out there tonight. So there's plenty of seats available if you want to come out and see the first place Brewers.
There you go. And this brought to you by the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club.
Yeah, Mike Vasallo. Love that.
Thank you,
right
Mike.
there. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah. I was thinking about you mentioned attendance there, Tommy. I was thinking about this. Brewers average, the last few years, 29,000 a night for 81 games. This year they only get 80 because the Little League game.
Oh, yeah, Williamsport.
But 80, if you do the math, now I certainly am not going to do it, but we have things that do it for us. 29,000. What's the average ticket price?
$30.
40.
I was thinking $30 to $40.
Okay,
yeah.
let's call it 38.
Let's go $38. Sure.
Okay, 38 times 29,000. Now this is just raw, rough financial numbers.
1.1.
We have 1.1. That's about where I landed too earlier, and that's without concessions. That's without merchandising. That's without parking.
Oh, that's where they get you.
Think of this. But still, though, $1 million just in the tickets for 80 days. That math is easy. So you're looking at 88 million?
Yeah.
$88 million in ticket sales. Just saying, guys, when it comes up, when we have this Mark Adanasio never spends any money conversation, just think of it that way. Doug Melvin, when I did this on the air, you're into raw math. You're into rough math, aren't you? I know there's more into it than that, but just saying, it is really impressive that the Brewers average close to 30,000 fans per game in an 80-game schedule. That's really impressive. They usually land just at the tail end of that upper third in attendance figures year over year over year. It's really, really cool. To Mike's point, come on out, first place Brewers, all that. It is really cool that you guys and this fan base has embraced the Brewers over the years. I mean, it's 30,000 on average, 29 or whatever the exact number is per date for 81 home games. It's really cool.
Plus, the 40,000 they get for playoff games each one of those days, right?
And the playoffs, yeah.
Yeah.
And the playoff games are starting to stack up.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Year.
Since 2021, they've been all but 1 year, right? If we're taking out the COVID year?
Since 18, all but 1 year.
Yeah, even more so if you go all the way back. Yeah.
And 17, just a game out of the playoffs.
Right. Yeah. Let me get a couple of texts in here before we got to join for network. 262. I'd give Gasser a shot to remain in the back of the rotation. He was excellent before his injury and has improved in each of his starts this year. If Sproat deserves more opportunity, so does Gasser.
He may have earned another start here, folks. He may have. I mean, the third and fourth inning, yeah, he allowed some traffic there, but then made pitches when he had to. Hey, by the way, Rengifo played some good defense tonight, just saying.
Another one from the 262. Day 70 of having Luis Rengifo on my baseball team. Thanks for setting me up for that one, Timbo.
Okay. All right, we'll take a break. Welcome in our network stations throughout this great state of Wisconsin. The Brewers fall 1-0. Had opportunities late. Do we say they battled in this one? Big mistake by Pat Murphy. He actually admitted to making two mistakes in last night's game, although he didn't clarify what those mistakes were. Did he make a big one tonight? What mistake did Murph make tonight? We'll talk about it. Nicolay Law Talking text line 414-677-1250. You're listening to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here on 1250 AM, 105.7 FM The Fan, and free on the Odyssey app.
fans, the game is over. Welcome to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Well, it is a final at American Family Field, and the result was not good. A 1-zip loss to the San Francisco Giants. Welcome in, everybody, along the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. We welcome you in, our network affiliates, and welcome in. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show, Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, and that 1-zip loss.
Painful.
Yeah, it was painful. You got to get at Adrian Hauser tomorrow, don't you?
God.
You just do.
Was he the one who threw up on the mound?
Over and under, vomiting on the mound tomorrow. He did it twice.
Yeah, right? Half. Okay, a half is the line. Will there be vomit tomorrow at American Family? It's a yes or no, a pick 'em.
I remember interviewing him shortly after that. And it was now I thought it was wrong that Council left him in that game. I did. I mean, there's some health concerns. Dude's out there, and clearly there's something wrong. But it turned out he was fine. He puked, and that was that. But
do you remember you had the morning puke in Arizona every day?
Every day. That's part of it.
Not the same, but
more
just
morning
funny.
Sickness.
Yeah.
In Arizona, yes. But I talked to Adrian Hauser, and he just kind of gave us that look like, oh, really? You're going to talk about that? Well, you have to.
You have to.
Yeah, you do. You do. But he did that on the mound for, I want to say, the White Sox after that as well.
Gross.
So, yeah. All right. The Brewers lose 1-zip. I find myself, it's difficult to get mad at this team right now, honestly. The situation or a game itself, okay, fine. Emotional, and we want the Brewers to win. But, in a situation like this, I just can't help but point to that Perkins thing. I just can't help it. My mind gravitates toward that situation. And not just in this game, but just overall. Now, let's zoom out here a little bit. Let's expand the view a little bit. Why is he on this team? I'm not saying don't have him in the organization. Not at all. And I like Blake Perkins. I mean, we interviewed him just a couple of months ago. And, you fall in love with the guy. You do. He's a great guy. He's just, you can tell there's something about him that you're going to like. I don't care who you are. You talk to him, but that doesn't help him in his .90 batting average.
.91. We're on, remember, Blake Perkins will have a higher batting average, or Brewers will have more wins.
Yeah.
It's looking really good for the Brewers right now.
It is. And you could say, well, Akil Baddoo, you're wasting time here with Perkins to wait for Brandon Lockridge. Well, this is what happens when you do that stuff. Are you trying to save money on a couple of flights for Luis Lara to come up, or for Akil Baddoo? I don't care how he's doing. You signed him for a reason. That's what you did. You signed him as a free agent, a street free agent, for a reason. Why isn't he here then?
I don't get it. I don't know why. You've seen what you've seen with Blake Perkins, right? I mean, he's literally batting lower than Greg Jones right now. And Greg Jones was, that was awful.
I still feel sorry for Greg Jones.
Or you feel bad for Perk now, right?
I feel horrible for Perk.
Yeah, they were booing him today.
I know that, and I just feel horrible for him. I do. Because I get what Murph was talking about when, he told us the last couple of years, you got to meet him. There's, he's a great guy and you root for him and all this stuff. The other thing is, Pat Murphy has said before, you're on this team, you're going to play. Well, that being said, I think that opens the door for us to be a little bit irked on this deal.
I agree.
That opens the door. It's that statement alone opens the door, because if you're on this team, you're going to play. Why is he on? He needs to work his stuff out in Nashville. All right. Well, let's get back to you guys. Nicolay Law talking text line at 414-677-1250. They fall 1-0. Offense just came up empty tonight. You had the table set. One more thing here before we get to the calls. The Andrew Vaughn at bat, I don't know if you guys took a close look at that in the 9th inning. Yelly leads off with a double. And I understand you want to get Yelich over to third, right? That's kind of, you're down one, though. I think other players would have taken a little different approach. Vaughn has been this go the other way guy, right? That's sort of his style. He doesn't turn a whole hell of a lot, middle and away. I would have been saying, hey man, I'm walking this thing off. I get a free shot, not only to win the game, but at the same time, I'll get Yelich over. I'm hammering this ball in play somewhere instead of letting up and just kind of flicking it to the right side. I don't know if you guys noticed that. I would have had the premise there to have a little more conviction and a little more, I don't know, sort of this, I'm going to be the man right now and walk this thing off. So that's now I'm splitting hairs. But again, it's a little tough to get mad at this team with the season they're having thus far. All right, Nicolay Law Talking text line, 414-677-1250. Justin, what's going on? What do you have to say? 1-0 Brewers fall.
Not too happy tonight. First of all, pissed off at Tommy. I don't really like that guy anymore.
Oh, what's that for?
I heard you pick the Vegas Golden Knights. You can go with Jonathan Lucroy's foot. It's been a terrible evening for me tonight. It was a terrible evening last night, and that's all Tommy's fault.
Did I pick the Golden Knights? When did I pick the Golden Knights?
I wanted those shows earlier. I was like, man, I thought Tommy was my boy, man.
I don't even know anything about hockey, Justin. I'm the worst guy at all to pick.
To say, man, your best friend is in Carolina.
That's true.
Yes,
that's true.
Wilson Warbirds, go Hurricanes. Tommy, I know you got a fiance and a wife and a baby on the way, so I'll keep all the fat bras for myself anyways. Okay.
How did news get out on that?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I guess everyone on the air trying to marry me all of a sudden, too, will do that. All right, go Canes. I got you. Can you give me, what's a player I should be like, hey, he's good?
Keandre Miller. He skated for your Wisconsin Badgers.
Oh, all right,
there
cool.
You
yeah,
Keandre.
I got it.
It's Miller time.
Yeah, Miller time. Keandre Miller. I got you.
So tonight, it's just a lack of execution, just flat out lack of execution. Andrew Vaughn with the out made a solid out, and then you get Gary. I don't know. Gary is the type of guy. He's almost like, and no disrespect to any of the people that struggle with this, but he's very bipolar of a baseball player. His highs are so high, and his lows are the absolute low of the low. You have him not hustling. It's just stupid. You see how close this game is. Not he's stupid, but the situation is stupid. The one thing you cannot do is ground into a double play tonight. And he does it. And we knew as soon as the ball left his bat, we knew what it was. The gas man, you alluded to it earlier, Tim. He definitely deserved better. This is the Robert Gasser that we saw, that we came to love, because he got himself into the BS, but he got himself out of it. Kind of like, never mind, we ain't gonna talk about the fat bras no more. And then, listen, I love Blake Perkins. I really do. Look, I've talked to that dude. His story, he is such a great human being, but he is doing himself a disservice in Milwaukee. And I think it's the BS has kind of went downhill, and it's just compiling now. And it's more and more. And you can't get yourself out of this rut, and you press and you press and you press, and you don't get any results.
Justin, hold on. Explain to Brewer fans what it's like talking to him, because Tommy and I know what it's like talking to him. Murphy has tried to express what it's like talking to him, just being around him and having a conversation with him. Tell Brewers fans what that is like.
So first of all, you would think that you're the baseball player and he's the fan of you. But the even doper thing about him is there's a lot of people that suffer with this autism stuff, and even people in my family. And he was the spokesman for the Brewers on that. And let's just say a couple of my family members, and they're very high functioning on the spectrum, he made them feel like rock stars. So that's why sometimes when we look at some of these ball players and stuff like that, and I know we get frustrated in the moment. I'm sure we've all said things about Gary Sanchez and this guy and that guy and all these guys before. But just sometimes remember, before you boo that man, he may have a lot of great things for him. And that's Blake. And he's in a struggle right now. And I say it every time, Tim. If the sorry-ass people of Philadelphia can cheer for Trey Turner with his struggles a couple years ago, we're better than that, Milwaukee. I don't like booing Blake. I can't even talk. I don't like booing Blake. I don't like booing Abner when he struggles, Trevor McGill, whoever it may be, man. Like sometimes you'll get a lot more. What my grandma, what's that phrase, Tim? You get a lot more sugar with, or I don't know, man. My grandma used to say these phrases. I butcher them all. I'm the king of butchering phrases, man. You guys are the best gosh darn post-game show there is. There's nothing better than it. I mean, the only thing I can have better than you is two big fat bras next to me right now, but that's okay, though. I'm going to get off. I'm going to go talk to them. I'm going to eat some Carolina barbecue, get ready for Tommy Canes to skate crazy. If you don't like the Canes, well, you could do what Abner Uribe told you. I'm gone. Free to pipe bomb.
Yeah.
So the booze did come down after the Blake Perkins at bat, the popped up bunt. That one, typically I would say that the crowd is booing the situation. Maybe there was some of that, but were they booing Blake or booing the situation?
It kind of felt like they were booing Blake.
It kind of felt like it sounded like that to me too.
Yeah, I agree.
But Justin put it right. He's so cool. He's so nice. It's like talking to Lorenzo Cain. Lorenzo Cain had such a cool factor to him. It just, you fall in love with these guys, but then you have to separate it from the ball player. And I think that's where we're at, or that's where Murphy's at, or that's where Arnold's at with a guy like Perkins on the roster. We'll come back after the break here, get to more of your reaction here. 1-0 Brewers fall to the San Francisco Giants. Robert Gasser, 5 innings, a 1-run ball, and Chad Patrick takes it off the sheet from there. 4 innings of no-run ball. They pitched well tonight, just couldn't get the offense rolling. You're listening to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. So you can talk to us about Blake Perkins. Talk to us about Blake Perkins. See if you guys are feeling the same vibe we are. With 091 batting average and still getting a pinch hit appearance in a one-run game.
What do you do?
Hey, before I go crazy, Justin's grandma taught me years ago that it doesn't cost anything to be nice. Marshall, we need a joke tonight. What do you have for us tonight?
Well, good evening, guys. I will give you one at the end, but
Good.
Your talk on this has been very good. I'm with you on the Blake Perkins thing. It's amazing. You know, if my late father was around and my late grandparents were around, they would be wondering, what's he doing on the team right now? You know, that's how much baseball has changed. But even in our young days, Tim, that might be a question too.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. He's a good kid. You hope the best, but I do agree. I think he has to be moved down to Nashville. I mean, it happens. You know, yes, does it hurt the ego and the pride maybe a little bit? Sure. But sometimes you have to do what's best for the team, of course, and for the person. And, you know, that's what I think would make him better. So we'll just have to see what happens with that. Yeah, you know, I had a feeling tonight, by the way, just in this game, kudos to the last two nights. The 24 runs were fun and everything. But I had a feeling, I didn't think they were going to sweep. It's hard to sweep, especially 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
This was the game I was a little concerned about, and I guess my concern was justified tonight. I think that they will take care of business tomorrow. And boy, the way things have been going over in Paris right now, this game kind of is congruent with that. I mean, after Zverev and Riva, the young gal from Russia, who are those people over there? It's been a crazy tournament, but maybe Wimbledon order will be restored. But anyway, an order will be restored for the Brewers tomorrow. But anyway, the joke tonight is a very easy one, guys. You know, some of the decisions, including hitting Perkins for Freely tonight, which was odd, I will say odd. You might say it drove us a little all batty tonight, and the Brewers didn't exactly draw blood tonight. But tomorrow they will draw blood and do well tomorrow. And for the Usinger commercials out there, frankly, they're very tasty and interesting, and we can put a bun on these jokes tonight.
Oh, Marshall! Wow.
Just
and just for Marshall, let's.
Love it.
I just looked up women tennis
That just
grunting.
improves life. Things like that just make life better.
We can.
It does.
I just looked up like grunt. There's like a top 10 grunts in women's tennis.
Yeah.
So, I don't think it's from Wimbledon or anything. I don't know who to credit on the sound there, but
So this is now twice this year where a Brewer player has been booed. Trevor McGill and now Blake Perkins. Or I tend to think that the Brewers fans, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think you're booing someone personally. I find that hard to believe. I do. I think you're booing the situation as it's in front of you.
so you think they're booing Pat Murphy?
Well, it's just a situation. He failed on the bunt attempt.
The situation
Boo, you
that
didn't get it
he
done.
put Blake Perkins in.
That he did put Blake Perkins into that situation. Yes.
So in a sense, you're booing Pat Murphy.
Well, the failure in the situation. I think most of the boos that you hear are for that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, and people are booing Blake Perkins, and that's that. But as Justin said, you know, I've heard this over the years before in doing the show a long time that, you know, we're better than that as fans. But I also have received calls and have had conversations that have said, hey, man, I pay the money. I can boo or cheer or do what I want to do.
I don't think I have a problem with booing at all. Literally at all. And this one from the 715, Murph shouldn't have put Blake in that position. Ortiz should have been up. He just had a great bunt the other day. Not that he would have succeeded either, but he had a positive impact last time bunting. Blake has been continuously struggling and seemed to press, even hitting the first pitch inside. It was hard to bunt one of those.
Yeah, Joey Ortiz, I believe, almost bunted for a base hit in that situation a few nights ago. I think he wasn't overturned on replay where he was out, but he damn near bunted it for a single.
I don't remember bunts like that. I'm sorry.
I think that was it. But I mean, I find it hard to believe that there hasn't been a roster move made. That's the puzzling part to me. We can talk about all the water under the bridge that we want, that Perkins is 091. Perkins can't get it done. Perkins is picked off second base. Perkins shouldn't have a bat in his hand. But I find it hard to believe why hasn't there been a roster move here? I don't understand.
Akil Baddoo there must be something. Something's got to be going on. He's a 40-man guy, isn't he on the 40-man?
Why not Luis Lara?
Yeah. Well, that's at least a 40-man move.
You could justify it that way.
So I'm just saying that the Akil Baddoo, I know he's not playing well, but can he bat above 91? I think so.
I mean, we're screaming for 230 from some of these guys, and we would take 200 out of Perk. We'll be back. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. All right, welcome back. Pat Murphy on the way. We'll also hear from the Brewers starter, Robert Gasser, who went 5 innings of 1-run ball tonight. And Chad Patrick threw 4 scoreless innings in a 1-zip loss. Ouch.
Oh, painful.
Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, and we'll introduce you to someone new here in just a couple of minutes. Ooh, so stick around for that. And Explorium Distilled tomorrow is where this show is going to be. We'd love to see you in the Deer District tomorrow if you got a few hours off work or want to play hooky or whatever it is.
Happy hour.
Call in sick. Do the happy hour, Explorium Distilled. And that's on Juneau across from the Pfizer Forum in the Deer District.
I know the brew pub, at least, that owned by the same people, the Explorium Brew Pub over in the historic 3rd Ward. They had like a build your own mac and cheese type option where they throw a bunch of fixins in there. They got a full bar, even though it's like a brewery. So they got spirits and cocktails that if you're into that too, on top of it. And I mean, Mike has been nothing but awesome to deal with too. So at least come on down for the people and then maybe have a drink or some food along the way too.
Yeah, we'd love to meet you and take a shot at grabbing one of these new post-game show T-shirts. We've got those for you, and that's going to be tomorrow. You'll be there with the leadoff show, noon to 1. Mitch Thunder Nellis is going to be there with you, 1 to 2.
Yeah.
And then you'll take a break and watch the Brewers beat the Giants tomorrow.
Love that.
And then we'll do the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show live from Explorium Distilled tomorrow.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. That'll be super great. Let's keep heading to some calls here. We're talking a lot about Robert Gasser, Blake Perkins today, manager Pat Murphy. No one's safe. You can bring up whatever you want here.
Yep.
Kenny, you got a beer on you today?
Jesus, you cannot be serious, are you? Of course I got a beer on me. My God,
I actually beer can. Oh, sorry, beer count.
I actually filled the rally cooler in the 9th. So
almost.
Yeah, you know what? Here, there's 2 storylines in this game, and Blake Perkins is not one of them. Oh my God, all this silly talk about Blake Perkins. Let's move on to the real storylines of this game. And there's just 2 of them. 2 great guys that did an outstanding job pitching, okay, and Gasser and Patrick. But then we get to the 9th inning. You've got your 9-figure salary guy who leads off with a double and 3 horses behind him, 3 of your better hitters behind him. And we cannot manufacture a run to tie the damn game.
Yeah.
Many times this happens when you score so many runs in 2 games. It's like the team just absolutely craps the bed. I won't say the word you guys love, but the facts is those are the 2 storylines. All these other things, whatever. Questioning a 2-time NL Manager of the Year for what he did, when you have 3 turds on the bench that you got to deal with, those guys need to go. I'm going to tell you right now, Ortiz, Perkins, Rengifo, enough. We've seen enough. And this Ortiz thing, we've seen enough of him for over a year and 54 games or 56-7 games, 50. That's enough of this. It's time to send these guys down. You have many players that are waiting to come up.
Then you would have batted Sal Frelick there for Perkins.
Absolutely.
So it is a story then.
No, it's not a story. But the fact that it matters, the game could have been won in the 9th, Tim. And it should have been won in the 9th. It should have been a walk-off win when you have 4 of your best hitters and you get your leadoff guy on with a double, and they absolutely leave him sit there. That was the most frustrating part of the game for me.
Well, that was frustrating for sure. Yes.
Yeah. But this other talk, too, that you hear. So in terms of what does this team need, we've talked about it. We need more offense. You need more help on the left side of the infield. We have people potentially down in the minors that are sitting there. There's opportunities for trade. This team only carries $131 million or $138 million payroll. There's opportunities. And this nonsense talk that I heard today, too, again, about because some national beat writer said, we need the Brewers need to trade for Skubal. Why would you put another injured pitcher on a team that has two big horses that probably aren't going to pitch much this year in Priester and Woody? And even if Woody does come back, how long is he going to stay up here? His history over the past few years is he doesn't stay up long anyways, and he doesn't help you in the playoffs. And now you got Henderson, who's down until after June. So, no, this team needs some pitching, but it also needs offense, and we potentially have offense sitting down there in the minors that are ready to come up. It's time to pull a trigger. You're a first-place team with a two-time NL Manager of the Year. Help the man out and get him some players that can move this offense.
37-22.
Yes.
I mean, like we talked about last night, you can make the argument to do no moves at all.
No, you can't make that argument because that's a silly argument. You need to make moves.
You're 15 games over. You're pacing to win over 100 games.
You're up 5 games in a division that has everyone over 500.
I mean, that's why I'm not saying I agree with Kenny, the argument. Yeah. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying the organization could make that argument, and it would be a decent one.
I don't think the organization would even make that argument, even though
they clearly are right now because they're making no moves.
But it's what we don't know. What does this organization always do? They do things that are so quiet behind the scenes for a number of reasons, and then they're disclosed after the fact. And I think that's what we're going to see here down the road. They're going to come up, Matt Arnold and Murphy, and they're going to say, well, we didn't do this right away for these reasons, and And I think we're going to hear that. They afforded themselves the luxury to be in this position after coming back from all the injuries they've had to overcome. Now, it's time when you have 103 games left and you're the division leader. Yes, everybody's chasing you, but that's a good thing. And we have a lot of really, really good talent that's just waiting to come up and showcase their talent. And it's time to do that. So let's move forward here to maintain the lead and push things forward. August 3rd is the deadline for trades. Yes. Do we have it? Is there an opportunity to get some great value on some really good players on some bad teams right now? You better believe there is. And I think that's what they're looking at.
Yeah, I think. All right, Kenny. Thanks, dude.
Thanks, Ken.
I think there will be some moves made. I just don't know when. I don't know when there will be.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of time. A lot of time still to do it. No one's doing them either yet. So the Brewers maybe want to see what the market's entailing to along the way. All right, let's keep. Well, go ahead.
This next dude. I think I want to hear what this guy has to say about booing at a Brewers game.
Cousin Tim.
What do you say, Tim?
Cousin Tim, what do you think about booing at a game, Cousin Tim?
Are you booing, man? Are you booing right now?
I hope you're not booing at me. I think I've booed at a Brewer game before in my day.
I think I heard someone say very clearly, I'm not a really big guy, dude, okay? I've been doing the good stuff, Nate, but I got a question out there for everybody. If you smoke, right? Okay, I got like this thing, this contraption, and you put your stuff in it, right? But like there's this plastic looking contraption, right, on the bottom of it, right? But then you got like this metal thing on the top of it. Okay, you got like this metal thing. Okay, but I take that metal thing off because it's got like that little hole in it that you put your stuff in. Okay, I'm not talking about bad stuff. I'm talking about God's gift to America and to the world. You know what I mean? Like to help you if you need it. Okay, but.
Cousin Tim, I think we have to cut you off, Cousin Tim.
Just put him back on hold. Let's reset this. Okay. Take a deep breath. All right. Was he giving some sort of engineering? Was he telling us a work project he had to do?
I think so. Should we try it again? Should we just try it again?
All right. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show. Let's hit the phones again. Let's welcome in Cousin Tim. Cousin Tim, do you think it's okay to boo at a Brewer game, to boo the Brewers or a player?
Yes, it is, because you paid your money. You paid your damn money to do what you got to do, okay? And you know what? I'm going to come across, because, Tim, I came to see you in Kenosha. Remember when you held onto my shoulder and then we walked in? You know what I mean? Remember that when I came to see you play? Okay,
right.
All right.
Did you
and
boo
I sat
us?
next to you at the bar, right? Okay.
Yes.
I could have booed the hell out of you.
Could have.
Like I said, and I know
Should
what?
have.
I still got. Hey, wait, no, hell no, because you know why? You're really, really good, and you know why? Because I still got it on my phone, and I could prove that to anybody that wants to see it. I still got you on my phone, dude. Okay, so don't disappoint me here, because I'm gonna come up with this every now and then when I get really pissed off. You know, Kenny says I drink beer. You know what? I drink beer from 11 in the morning till 3 in the morning. Okay, pretty much. Okay, I'm a professional beer drinker. I've had a lot of surgeries, and the doctors have prescribed a lot of stuff to make me crazy. Not crazy, but you know what I mean. Just screw you up, you know. But anyways, here we go. You ever hear that song? You can take that cookie and you know what with it?
No.
You know, usually, hey, look it up, you know, because this is going to be funny. You can take that cookie and it goes like, you can take that cookie.
I'm scared to put you on. I'm scared. I can't do it.
I've had enough.
I can't do it. Cousin Tim, I tried. I gave you a second chance.
We reset. We did.
I got you tomorrow, Cousin Tim. I got you tomorrow. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, we do have you tomorrow.
We got you tomorrow, Cousin Tim. I promise. And very perfectly timing, Leaf in McGuanago is joining us here. Leaf, what's up, Leaf?
Hey, gentlemen. Boy, I don't know how to follow up that one, but we're gonna try.
I don't either.
I think Blake
don't
Perkins
either.
just bunted on that last call.
Yes.
Right there.
Yeah. Hey, so I was thinking. So I'm gonna go back to this Perkins thing for a minute.
Okay.
So I'm driving home from the game, and I was trying to, I was kind of thinking about the why, right? Why did Perkins pinch hit for Frelick? And I don't know if I'm necessarily defending it, but I was kind of trying to put myself in Murphy's place, right? And Murphy's got a responsibility to manage this team for the entire year. And so he's got to have, in some cases, some big picture thinking in the decisions that he makes.
I would agree.
Clearly, Perkins is struggling and whatnot. So if you need a bunt down, you got to figure even with Perkins struggling, you got to figure there's still a pretty good opportunity for him to put that ball in play. And so if it ends up that Perkins is successful, is Murphy looking for that to somewhat jumpstart, his psyche, right? Because clearly he's not. Perkins can't be in a good mental state right now. He knows he's hitting 090 and whatever. So anyway, and the organization likes to, tout itself, and I think rightly so, that it's an organization of opportunity. And I'm just wondering if Murphy just didn't think that maybe this was an opportunity to jumpstart the season for him.
Maybe, and to put him in a good frame and at least give him something positive to work with.
Exactly.
I could see that. And the other thing is, though, that if you're on this roster, I mean, it's pretty apparent you're going to play. I mean, you're going to have some activity, whether that's a start here or there, or how many games has Perkins been in here, Tommy? Leaf the last 5 days or so. He's been in 2 or 3 of them. So it's not like he's just sitting there and wasting away on the bench.
Exactly. And so I think they keep hoping for him to show some signs of what he's had. Now, this might have been the final straw. I don't know, but
it could be.
This is what I think, Leaf. I think Murphy's like showcasing I have Blake Perkins on my team. You know what I mean? A little bit of playing Greg Jones too much to show everyone Greg Jones can't play at the major league level. Whether that is now or ever, I think he's might be in the same situation with Perkins right now. I mean, he has gotten a hit since May 14th. I think we said he's 0 for his last 17 over the last 30 games. He's at that 093 mark, 5 for 54 in that time. Like, this is not, I'm trying to hit him out of this. This is trying to show, like, this is what's on my baseball team right now. There needs to be change.
Who's he showing that to, though? Ownership?
I would think that it has to be someone, Matt Arnold,
if
or
anyone, it would be
fan
Matt
base,
Arnold.
Whoever it is.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't see this as he can hit his way out. This is not, oh, he's right there, he's unlucky. This isn't Rengifo was smoking the baseball and someone's standing right there. He's asking him to go out there and lay a bunt down. He didn't ask him to go out and smack the baseball, swing away, kid, show him what you got. It is, you're a guy who is fast enough. If you lay a good bunt down, maybe you can get to first base on top of it, but the goal is to bunt right now.
Right.
So I mean, and again, to Tim's point, I got nothing personal on Blake Perkins. He was a fantastic guy, and maybe Tim, there's an argument he was like a top 3 interview we had when we were in spring training with him.
Out of 30 or 40.
He was a great dude. He was a great guy. He's done some great things over the year. He has a great glove. He's fast. He's a good locker room guy. I can imagine he's great, everything else. But man, the production is not Major League Baseball ready.
It's not right now. No, and I think it's more so, though. I think, if I had to make the determination of why, it's just simply that Murph has proclaimed that they're on the roster, if they're one of my 13 position players, you're playing. So be prepared to play. Sure. I don't know when you're going to play, but you're all going to play. I don't know if that's the right way to go about it or not, but it may be the big picture to Leafs' point. It may be the bigger picture to know that, guys, I'm not going to have you waste away here. I may need you next week or next month. Who knows what injuries or some moves or whatever. I think it's more so just standard philosophy for Murph that if you're on the team, you're playing.
Yeah. Anything else, Leaf?
Yeah. I just the timing of it with Frelick finally squaring the ball up a bit. I just couldn't think of any other reason. But anyway, no, fellas, I'm good. But that's just what I was kind of thinking, trying to figure out the why.
Thanks,
All right,
Leaf.
Great stuff. Thanks, man. One more thing, Johnny. It's been a while for my man, Johnny. What do you say? You're on the Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show.
No, this isn't another thing, Johnny. This is Cousin Tim's attorney. Oh, my God.
To apologize to your client.
Right. I thought you were telling him to not talk at that point.
Oh, my God. I'm trying to get him off on charges. He's carrying a pound of weed down there. Jesus, Cousin Tim. He just graduated. Now he's vaping the aerosol paint cans in the garage down there. My God.
Oh, if you were watching on video, you had some visuals by me. It was something.
I'm literally sitting here listening to you guys on the post game, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, is that Cousin Tim? And he's talking about weed and that. I'm like, oh my God, he's in rare form tonight. Hey, I want to shout out. I want to shut y'all out. I want to shout out Kenny, and that was a great call tonight. A lot of good things brewing with the Brewers, man. I mean, the Skubal trade, which I don't think they should do. We got to get rid of Ortiz, and we got to get rid of Renfrepo on the left side, and otherwise life is good. I mean, tonight's game was frustrating just because, one run and we just couldn't get anybody across. I thought we were going to win the game.
But Johnny, don't you find it tough to get mad at this team? I mean, you might get mad at a situation or something, the pinch hitting for Frelick or whatever, but I just find it difficult to get super angry right now.
Well, shout out to my boy in North Carolina, Justin. And by the way, Carolina, Vegas, I'm an NHL junkie. That's going to be a hell of a series. But Carolina's got to contain Thomas Ertl. He's having a really good series.
Kendrick Miller. What was his name?
Keandre Miller.
Keandre
Miller?
Keandre Miller from Wisconsin was a first-round pick, I think number 29 by the Rangers a few years ago. He's a big dude.
Dropping NHL knowledge.
Tommy, we got to talk some hockey sometime. I love your knowledge. I haven't had a chance to talk to you yet.
On hockey?
Hockey, you know it all, man. You're like Tim. You're sitting next to the.
I'm pretty confident. I just said don't talk to me about hockey in the beginning of the show, Johnny.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm predicting it's going to go seven games. In Vegas, they brought back John Tortorella.
Not Tortorella.
Yeah, they did.
No, what I'm saying is they fired Bruce Cassidy and they brought in
Bruce
Tortorella.
Was a legend.
Huh?
I'll be in Vegas next week. Do I bet on the Knights?
Well, when you get there, text me, and I'll tell you. It just depends on where they are with the game. It's going to go 7. Hey, I want to give a shout out to my boy Pipe. I almost called in last night, but I'm going to tell you, he had surgery. He's doing really good. He had surgery on his foot, and I had it all arranged. I called Front Row Amy, and I told her she owns a medical company now. I was going to send Pipe a medical bed, a couple big soft pillows, and all the other stuff. And, I didn't get a chance to get on, but Pipe knows her number. He'll call her, and I hope you have a speedy recovery, Pipe. On a last note, I want to give a shout out to just all the callers. Everybody's been awesome this year. Tommy, you're awesome. And Cousin Tim, please, I just posted your $5,000 bail. Don't fail me, and I'm going to lose my money because you don't show up for court.
Can you go grab
you
that?
guys, I'm out.
Go grab that
see you
plastic
later.
thing or whatever he was talking about too. Yeah.
There's a first. Radio bail money.
Radio bail money. Tim,
Yes.
we don't have any more. We don't have a call right now, but I wanted to go out and I'm not going to be here on Friday.
Let's introduce our new colleague that is going to be involved occasionally when I'm gone or you're gone with the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show.
Yeah, I think it's a great time to introduce the postgamers to Aaron Morse, who is brand new here at the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. He's going to be filling in for me on pregame coverage on Friday with the leadoff show. He's going to be filling in for me with postgame coverage on the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. He's had a couple of reps here on some other shows, but he did have to deal with Sparky, so he should be ready for any of you guys here for this moment on. Aaron, what's going on, man?
Yeah, tough one tonight. Probably a bad game to make my debut on.
Didn't get to show him how to cut a highlight.
Yeah.
Didn't get to show him how to cut a highlight.
Not great.
Not great.
Friday will be better.
Friday will be better.
Very, very
Okay.
good. I look forward to working with you on Friday. Aaron, welcome aboard. Aaron's from the La Crosse area, right?
Yeah. Well, I went to school there, kind of just stuck around there for the last 10 years or so.
And you're originally from where?
All over. I've lived in Racine, Burlington, Wausau, Clintonville, so all over the place.
A man of the state,
a traveled man.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, do you have a nickname?
No, I do not.
Aaron
have a nickname.
Morse,
Aaron,
as in code.
Yeah. Yep.
I was thinking with your first name, Aaron, we could just name you Hank Ashby.
Yeah, you threw that. Tommy wasn't a fan of that.
No, I didn't even get it at first, to be honest.
You didn't.
No.
Well, it's Brewer, Hank Aaron, and Aaron Ashby. Aaron is his name. Get it?
Yeah,
now?
I get it now. Yeah, it's actually funnier when you explain it. That's what I remember. Yes, yeah. That's you know what? Now you know what, Tim.
Is there something with code?
I tend to say you can call me whatever you want, but that's also a slippery slope because
on this show you don't want that. You don't want that on this show.
Something with Morse code or
we'll
I'll come up with something.
I don't have a great name to nickname. I mean, I don't know.
Double A.
That's okay.
The battery.
The glitch?
The glitch.
No, the glitch is used.
Glitch is used.
Yeah, that's Stevie.
Yeah, Sparks got that one.
But I've come up with some pretty decent nicknames over the years. The Polish Pipe Bomb is probably at the top of my list.
It's a good one, yeah.
That is a great one. Mm-hmm. You just don't use that nickname in any airport.
No.
No. Right.
No, cannot yell that one.
I've accidentally used it at an airport and on a plane.
Oh, great.
To the flight attendants.
Yeah, that sounds like Tim. That sounds exactly like what you would do. As someone who's been in an airport and on a plane with you, not surprised one bit. Not at all.
Always talking. Well, Aaron, Brewers tonight, what do you, real quick before the break here, we're going to get to Pat Murphy, but your thoughts on, and you know a lot about Brewers baseball.
Yeah.
But Perkins pinch hitting in that spot for Frelick.
Listen, there is a time 2 seasons ago where I was one of the Blake Perkins defenders. He was playing at a point where I thought he was a guy that every MLB team needed, one of those guys where he seemed to, always make the defensive play. He seemed to get on base when needed. He looks pretty cooked right now.
It's another one that the kids say.
Yeah,
Tim. Okay. Cooked.
He looks cooked. He looks like he's completely lost. I don't understand ever pinch hitting him in a spot like that. And to the booing thing, I think Anyone's welcome to boo at any point they want. I think it should probably be done less than some people do. And I do think that they were booing Blake Perkins today, the fans, but I think that that's also a twofold. I think Pat Murphy was getting a little bit of those boos, like, dude, why is he hitting in this spot?
Yeah, and I think most times though, guys, when there is a crowd booing, the majority of them are booing the situation. If it's about the home team, the majority of them are booing the situation it was in front of them. I think Brewer fans have been super, super good. I think they are super good over the years. You don't hear many boos for the home team at a Brewer game, and that's historically.
And the Brewers have built up an expectation where it's okay to boo at a Brewer game, right, Tim? I mean, this is a team that now carries high expectations and carries like this is a team that tries to tell you, like, we're all about winning, right? Pat Murphy just had a pregame or a postgame presser. Pregame was it Sprout, right? We're not rebuilding.
Saturday night,
yeah, not rebuilding. So the fans then get fed the information of, obviously you get it's baseball. You're not winning 162, but you're putting yourself out there in the best position to win 162.
And I think if those fans could explain themselves, they'd explain it the way I explain it on the air here. And that is, how many times do I have to say? I have to disclaim it by saying, doesn't mean I hate the team, doesn't mean I don't love anybody in a Brewers uniform, right? So I have to disclaim it. When Brewer fans at the stadium boo, they're saying the same thing. It doesn't mean they hate the team, doesn't mean they're never going to come back to a game, doesn't mean they dislike that player. I think for the most part, they just are upset with the failure in that situation.
Sure.
Occasionally, though, I could see it to a player. And that, I think, to what Aaron said, I think in tonight's case, I think it was probably targeted to Blake Perkins.
Blake got put in a spot he shouldn't have been put in, I think.
That's a great point. Yeah. That's a great point, too. He shouldn't have been in that spot. How about go the opposite way? And you soldiers out there that are chanting, Joey, Joey, love it. Love it. Maybe it should be Perkins. Perkins. No.
Everyone's going to think you're cheering for a breakfast restaurant.
Well, he's going to. No, the next call up is Joe Shoney from Shoney's. Yeah. Oh, you didn't get that?
No. Hank Ashby. Hank Ashby. That's all. Aaron's nickname is now Joe Shione.
Yeah.
Roadside restaurant, Shoney's. I don't know.
The Iron Skillet's Aaron Morris.
The Iron Skillet.
That's not bad.
There we go.
Bad.
All right.
It might have just been invented right there.
All right. Can't wait.
All right. Pat Murphy on the way. Maybe he'll have some explanation, but we'll find out together. Pat Murphy on the other side here. There's Aaron Morris. There's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen, Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
The game is over, and it's time to hear from the skipper on the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Ask guys to come off the bench and create spots. Do you feel like there are some guys struggling in that role right now? And how does the guy who's in that role get out of it when there's so few at bats?
Tell me who you're talking about. I don't.
Well, Perk not getting that one. And Gary is just in a prolonged stretch of just the hits are there.
Yeah, but this is Major League Baseball. Gary's been in the league how many years? Gary has done incredible things in this league. He's been a really good player, and he's been clutch in that situation before. It was the right. I mean, hope you're not suggesting that it wasn't the right move there to put Gary in there, but it was our best chance to come up with something big there. And I trust Gary. I trust him and use him again. I'd do that 100 out of 100 times. So it's the right-hander against Gary, or the lefty against Hamilton. So
less questioning the decision to do it, but just him not. It doesn't seem like he's had the success lately.
Yeah, he's probably only done it 6 or 7 times, right? He had a really good start to the year swinging the bat, hit 5 home runs for us. It's just a matter of time. It'll happen. Churio was great at it. Perk didn't get the bunt down. That's inexcusable. He has been swinging the bat really good right-handed. I figured if we get that bunt down, that's the job. If he doesn't get the bunt down and he lives for another day, or he fouls it off or whatever, he's been swinging the bat great against the limited role. That's what we chose to do.
Mentioned pregame had a throw strikes, cut down the walks, just the one today. What would you like to look at him?
Yeah, I mean, he was great. He was great from the first inning on. He controlled the zone. He was, I thought, a great version of himself. Chad Patrick was magnificent as well. That was a well pitched ball game. One pitch, and everything else. They were really good and pitched. And Gas had some traffic and pitched out of it very well. Really proud of him. Yeah, for sure. I mean, he was really good. Throwing the ball in the zone, attacking hitters, using all 3, really 4, but 3 of them working really well. And it was great performance on his part, great performance on Chad Patrick. We just didn't get the big hit at the big time, and credit to Webb. As good as he is, he was dominant. It was a dominant pitching performance. Yeah, I mean, our defense was great tonight for the most part. One little miscue on a miscommunication, catcher pitcher. Other than that, we like you said, Terang, Rengifo made a couple plays. Terang made a couple beautiful plays.
On Gasser, you kind of challenged him about being aggressive in the zone. When those conversations happen, how do you see him? How does he respond to that?
No, he understands. He gets it. We're all. I mean, the thing is, these guys all understand. We're technically in first place, but we're not looking at that. We're trying to get better, and we've got some real significant pitching injuries, and we all know. We trusted our youth, and we made some trades for some great young pitching prospects, but they were rookies or a little better than rookies in terms of service time, and we trusted that. So if you're a young pitcher here, we're not out signing free agent pitchers to come in here. We're trusting our process, and Gasser's part of our plan. You got to execute, you got to attack the zone. So he went out and did that today. I'm very happy, and he should be very happy.
Who gave the crew some breathing room? What play was it? It's time for the insurance run of the game, brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance. On the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
A 1-zip loss. You just heard from Pat Murphy there. I'm trying to process, because I don't preview his comments before we play them on the air. Just to let our audience know that I don't listen to it first and then we play it.
Right.
So I can think about it and process it, and then I'm going to talk. I'm just processing it fluidly now. And I think he sounded a little defensive right out of the chute.
I agree.
And I think it was McCalvy there that led things off. And I think he thought McCalvy was talking about Perkins.
Oh, yeah, he did.
McCalvy threw him the curveball and said, oh, no, it's Gary Sanchez. I had no problem with Sanchez hitting there.
No.
Zero problem.
Needed to hit there, too. That was the right call at that point.
But I think if Perkins gets the bunt down, maybe that plays out a little bit different, because Gary then pretty much can't ground into the double play, right? If the runner's over.
Sure, yeah.
So maybe things play out a little bit different. But, yeah, he sounded – I hate to say it, and – you heard this. You guys heard the same thing I did. You guys know Pat Murphy. You know his demeanor. Just sounded a little bit defensive on those questions. But it is a 1-zip loss. Time for our insurance run of the game with G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance.
Oh, God, this segment sucks when there's no runs. But you know what doesn't suck? G2 Insurance. And running a business is like a championship run. One bad hit can take you out of the game. G2 Insurance Services specializes in keeping your business and reputation protected. They offer tailored solutions for restaurants, professional liability, and workers' comp. They represent top carriers like Erie to find the best combination of coverage and price. Get the defensive line your business deserves. G2 Insurance Services in Brookfield. Online at g2ins.com. Your friend in insurance.
Well, I'm going to say that the insurance run of the game, in a weird way, the insurance was they were in this game. Again, I'm going to focus on the positive on the way out here. Between Gasser and Patrick, this is another game that's, a day is ripped off the calendar. Yeah, it's a loss. But a couple of young pitchers keep you in a ball game against. Look at that offense. Look at it from Schmidt to Devers to Jung-Hoo Lee and all these guys. I mean, that's a pretty good Willie Adames. That's a pretty good offense there. The Brewers have handled them quite well. And it bodes well, possibly, for this young staff moving forward. Is Gasser involved? Is Sprode involved? He is. He's scheduled to start in a couple of days. Crow on the mound for tomorrow. So young pitching, keeping you in ball games is a good thing. All right, there's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen, Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Final couple of minutes here. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz at a 1-zip loss. They're going to go back at it tomorrow. Final game of the 4-game series. Final game of this quick 4-game homestand. That's kind of strange how the schedule works out. You have a homestand, then you jet down to Houston for a 3-game road trip. Come back home for a 4-game homestand. And then you're out west, Colorado over the weekend, and then into Las Vegas starting Monday.
Are you excited?
I am getting excited.
Yeah, I mean, you're right there.
We're right there. And the A's, the Las Vegas A's, beat the Chicago Cubs today.
Oh,
Again.
wow. You hate to see it.
Oh, man. They are reeling down there in Chicago. June swoon in full effect.
All right, Tim. I went and just typed in 2008. I don't know why, but 2008 was when we're rewinding to. I just was like, June 3rd, 2008. I feel like the Brewers won that day. And they did.
Okay.
At American Family Field in front of 29,478. So
like I said,
like it was just perfect
they
enough.
Made $1.1 million that night in
just
ticket
on
sales.
tickets, just
Yep.
on tickets. And the 2008 team, I feel like everyone kind of knows that era of baseball, right? It's Ricky Weeks, it's Mike Cameron, Braun, Fielder, Hart, Hall, Hardy, Kendall.
Man.
The starting pitcher of this game was Seth McClung, and he went 2 for 2 in the ball game.
Oh, big dude.
Yeah.
Seth McClung.
Yeah. And our good friend and broadcaster Tim Dillard as well pitched in this game.
There you go, Timmy.
And I think we have one that this is a fake name. This is a fake name. Tim, if you know the number of Joe Dillon.
Oh, smoking Joe Dillon?
There's no way you know who this guy is. That's a lie. There's no way.
6?
No, 27. Okay. All right.
I didn't know it.
All right. Have you heard? Do you remember Joe Dillon?
Of course.
No way.
Smoking Joe. Yeah.
Dude. How many at-bats did he have with the Brewers? He had
Not
150.
Yeah. I mean, he got on a roll for a while and everyone was excited about him. And then it just went away.
Well,
it was almost like
he was 30,
Jack Voigt.
He was 31 years old when he made it to the Brewers. And he made it to the bigs at 29. So kind of a late bloomer, right? However, in 2007, I guess he did hit 342 in 39 games. Why do I not remember Joe Dillon at all? And Brian Schauf's also pitching. So just a trapezoid of beautiful pitchers there with Seth McClung, Tim Dillard, and Brian Schauf.
Speaking of which, injury news on Rob Z, a trapezoid injury.
Yeah.
Oh, that's trapezius. Sorry, I thought it was trapezoid.
Why was he in the circus?
I think it's trapezius, isn't it? Or no?
I just say
Did I make up another word?
No.
Okay.
No. Trapeze is the circus.
Yes, but trapezius is an injury.
Henry Ashby. Ashby. He was
Hank Ashby.
Hank Ashby. Sorry.
Yes. All right. We're back at it tomorrow. We are live and on location tomorrow at Explorium Distilled across from the Pfizer Forum in the Deer District. We'll bring a couple of goodies for you guys to take a shot at. Have a couple of cocktails. Tommy, you're going to be there with the leadoff show at noon.
Noon to 1 live leadoff show, Explorium Distilled. I cannot wait. It's going to be a great time. Excited to meet you guys. Excited to have a good time with Mitch Nellis from 1 to 2 on the Mason Crosby show. And, of course, 4 to 6, Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show.
Yeah, grab a bite to eat, a couple of beers or drinks, whatever you had in mind. And we'll see you tomorrow at Explorium Distilled for the postgame show and others. Mitch Nellis, I'm looking forward to him being on location.
Yeah. He might hang around just to give you a hug. He might for 2 hours.
Could happen.
He might.
All right, Brewers back at it. Coleman Crow against Adrian Hauser in Game 4, this 4-game series. We will be talking some Brewers baseball. Grab the series, 3 or 4. That'd be cool. We'll take that. All right, for Tommy Wortz, Aaron Morris, our newest colleague, my name is Tim Allen. You guys have a great night. See you at Explorium Distilled tomorrow. And remember, as always, smile, Wisconsin. Bob Uecker is smiling back.